nightmare.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Subculture, the podcast where we discuss everything strange, obscure and downright messed up in the world of movies. My name's Gary.
And I'm Simon.
And this is episode 3
Episode
of
3.
the podcast.
Yep. By this time you probably, hopefully, heard episode 1 and maybe even 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like to take this opportunity to apologise for anything in those first 2 episodes. And for anything in future episodes.
Yeah, we're just going to learn as we go here.
Yeah.
Just I think the quality of the recording was a wee bit rough in the first episode.
Really?
Maybe you've heard that.
I've heard
Just the levels
some good
and
comments
stuff.
about
Yeah.
about the
But,
quality.
yeah, we're picking up, so
Yeah.
should be.
If nothing else, it's a good quality recording.
Yeah, we've
We
got
can enjoy
the
that
pop
at least.
filter.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
place.
I don't have one yet. So I might
Right.
pop.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully not though.
So, are we aiming to do this every fortnight?
Yeah, we'll
Trying-
try and keep a kind of regular schedule.
Yeah.
As we've got a couple of episodes recorded, kind of banked, if you
Mhm.
will. So we're a couple of episodes ahead. So yeah, if we can keep that up,
Yeah.
if there's going to be a big break, we'll let you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that will be the way. If anyone's looking to get in contact with us at all, if you want to leave us any comments, we have an email address. It is cinema_subculture@hotmail.com. We also have a blog, which is cinemasubculture, all one word, .blogspot.com. Also, for any of you tech-savvy people out there who want to follow us with an RSS feed, this can be done by inputting feeds.feedburner.com/cinemasubculture, all one word. And if you go to our blog, there's a place you can leave comments, anything like that, any suggestions for future films you want us to have a look at, any comments on what we've done already. If you think we're shit or good, you can let us know.
Yep. All that good stuff we want to know.
yeah. Well, any comment is good comment.
Yeah,
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're going to keep doing it as long as we enjoy doing it, so don't worry about sending us something really bad, because it's not going to dishearten us.
Okay, so I would just want to clarify the sort of overall approach to the podcast. Basically, we want to keep it quite loose,
Yeah.
kind of conversational, but also have some kind of level of film criticism in there. Just want to strike a balance, because if you go too far in one direction, I think if it's too conversational, it's just two guys talking random shit,
Yeah.
it's kind of not really that interesting to us to. But at the same time, if you're just reading an essay,
Man, you
I
don't know
thought
where
we
this is
should
going to
try.
go yet. Don't say, you can't say that.
I know,
Okay?
yeah.
Because we could end up, that could be our thing.
Right.
And people will start saying, like, you said you want to talk random shit.
Yeah.
When we talk random shit. I understand what you're saying though.
Aye.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. It's always going to be a review of a film, so
Uh-huh.
it's always going to have some sort of focus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think we've been kind of fairly consistent with how I mean, Island of Death, I think we enjoyed that film so much, and there was so little theme-wise
Yeah, totally.
to look at, but I think that was still an interesting film to review.
So yeah, basically we'll just kind of talk about a film for an hour, and then every week we'll just talk about random shit like Blu-ray news,
Yeah,
pickups, other kind of movie-related stuff for like 20 minutes and half an hour, and that should be our structure.
I was
going
also
forward, I think.
thinking, and we can cut this out if you don't want to leave it in the actual podcast, but we could eventually maybe, like, something comes out at the cinema or whatever, like, we could do like a kind of a special, like
Okay,
a
yeah.
subculture, cinema subculture mainstream
Mhm.
or something like that, you know, where we talk, like, example, I'd quite like to, when it comes out, if hopefully we're still doing this, maybe do Dark Knight Rises,
Okay, yeah,
you know,
sure.
something like that. You know, it's quite mainstream, but it's still something that we're both interested in. Anything else you want to say?
That's about it. Just say thanks for joining us again,
and hopefully
if
you've
you enjoy the
subscribed
show,
and or downloaded
yes.
the show. Keep the comments coming. So today we are looking at Mario Bava's A Bay of Blood, better known in the UK when it was released as Twitch of the Death Nerve.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe this is a horror film with the most alternative titles
Heard this,
ever.
yeah, looks like it. Quite a few
I'll
there.
give you a few of them if I can read some of them. There's A Bay of Blood, Bloodbath, Twitch of the Death Nerve, Carnage, Before the Fact, Ecology of a Crime, Last House on the Left 2. I believe that the company that released it in the States owned the rights to Last House, and they marketed it as Last House on the Left Part 2. They also marketed it as New House on the Left.
Right.
Which I think is pretty funny. That's just a couple of them. I think the original Italian title was, is it Reazione Catena? Yeah.
Okay.
Which actually means a chain reaction.
Right.
So, which kind of makes sense when you see the film. Do you have a rough wee plot outline for us?
So, a countess is murdered at the start of the film, and then the film plays out basically with characters racing to see who's going to inherit the bay, and it gets bloody.
Very bloody.
As there's a cyclical series of murders.
Yeah, I think
perpetrated.
I think the original screenplay title or the story title was "That's What They Get for Being Bad."
Right.
And
are they bad?
Yes, they all seem to be pretty bad. The film was marketed as, and still is, as having 13 characters and 13 deaths.
Right.
There's actually 15 characters, but and 13 deaths, but that's basically the plot.
So, Simon, got any opening thoughts?
Well,
on the film?
Again, this was I should probably mention this was the Arrow video release. Once again, looking at the Arrow stuff, can't help. Sometimes only the way you get things. So it was the Blu-ray we looked at. I'd been looking at, as we were watching it, I noticed there's actually no dialogue for like about 9 minutes, 9 or 10 minutes, which is quite unusual. I think Bava did that in one of his previous films. It was about 5 minutes of no dialogue. As I say, almost doubles it in this one. I thought it was weird when we see the killer at the beginning. Yeah. The kind of giallo black gloves. It's kind of, I think everyone I've seen, the Argento films, everything, they all have these black gloves. You got to wonder what the guy that's selling these people the black gloves, what are you doing with that, sir? Would you also like a cutthroat razor to go with that? I thought it was quite strange when we saw his face. Like quite early, straight away, almost after he'd committed the murder. But then obviously he proceeds to get killed.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite ingenious the way we see the knife.
Okay, yeah.
Because like it's almost like you think it's him that's got the knife.
Right.
And then it plunges into his back. So that was kind of unusual, I thought, for a Giallo to as I say, not really, haven't seen the film yet, that they showed you the killer so early on, or who you thought was going to be the killer.
Kinda. It was kind of Bava just trying to throw in some misdirection there.
Yeah.
It was a good idea, I felt, but I don't know if it was executed that well.
I mean, there's something that I've been thinking about. Like, I watched the film with the commentary last night, and I know you've watched it as well. I kind of wish they'd restored the Italian cut of the film.
Right.
According to the guy that was doing the commentary, the Italian cut, the dialogue's a little more makes sense. Not makes sense. It points
it's more
to the story.
exposition.
Yeah.
Aye.
Points more to the story. Cause
Yeah.
I think we both agree when the first time we watched this, it was kind of confusing, and we got to the end and we were kind of like, what the fuck?
Indeed.
So I wish they'd it is present on the Blu-ray, but it's not been remastered or anything like that. But I think I'll still try and watch it, because apparently it was a film where they shot in English, with the characters speaking English and Italian, so there's 2 different takes each time, if you know what I mean. So it might be interesting to check out the performances and see how it holds together in the Italian cut. Apparently there's some of the zoom shots that Bava uses quite a lot in this film that are better executed in the Italian cut.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe in that cut but then I think they said that the scenes without any dialogue were the same,
right,
in both cuts, so it probably doesn't affect that.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, I didn't really care for this film at all. It's the only Bava film I've seen, so I'll qualify any statements I make with that. But I was expecting more. Like, I'd heard sort of good stuff about Bava, and I mean, this film, it kind of looks classy, I felt, but it's lacking kind of technical chops.
I mean, that's quite strange that, like, again, that you say that, because it was pretty low budget. I believe
Yeah.
actually a lot of the dolly work, if you will, was done on a small children's cart or wheelchair or something like that. So I mean, again, I wouldn't have said that. I haven't watched it. I don't know. It just the story was all over the place. I
Yeah.
felt narratively it wasn't
Yeah.
the easiest to follow, especially on first viewing. I mean, it really took watching it with the commentary to be able to say, I get what you know, kind of to follow the story a little better. Again, I don't know if that's translation problems with the English cut or what. I don't know.
Yeah. This film didn't really work for me in like any level. I thought the storytelling was weak. There's like way too many characters, I felt. And it didn't pay off as a thriller or a horror movie, and it wasn't really fun,
No,
even just as a fun
no.
exploitation watch. There's possibly a good film in there somewhere, but it just the way he presented it, that wasn't it.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like a really good. I mean, when I heard the synopsis before we watched it, I was pretty intrigued because it seemed to have, like, I mean, it's kind of billed as the granddaddy of the slasher.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that, like, Friday the 13th and Halloween before it kind of owe to this film. I would say, like the POV shot
Yeah.
from the murder and things like that, and specific scenes that were actually lifted from this film into like some of the Friday the 13th sequels. So when I heard the kind of plot, it felt like there was going to be more there than your basic slasher, but it turned out being actually, like, story wise, worse than
Yeah,
a lot of
totally.
the best slashers. You know what I mean? I know, like, Halloween and Friday the 13th don't have the best thing, like, stories, but I think the first Friday the 13th is quite intriguing. You know, with the way it's kind of revealed, and there's quite a twist at the end and things like that. And Halloween, you know, I'm a big Halloween fan, but I don't know, that's just, it didn't do it for me. As you say, I like the story, I like the idea of the story.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was going to be very interesting to watch, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they were playing it for surprises, you know, because they were playing it that, like, oh no, this has happened, instead of, like, you knowing that it was going to happen. I don't know. A tough one.
Yeah. Supposedly it's sort of a remake of La Ronde.
Oh, right.
This is a play, and also it was made into film by the German director Max Ophüls.
Right.
Which is a play. It's a film about an ensemble of characters, and one loves another, but they don't love them back, and then it moves on to another section with that character loving another, and it's like a chain reaction
Right.
going round. And it's Baba's trying to take that idea and make it a slasher movie,
Right.
which is a good idea, but he doesn't pull it off really, I feel.
Nah, I mean, there's those comments in the commentary about it being kind of Shakespearean.
Yeah.
You know, about parallels with, like, that in Is It Much Ado About Nothing? Things like that, and about it being kind of partly comical, that
Right.
it's all happening. But I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I really, you know what I mean? I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's because we're used to the kind of 80s American slashers that took on this kind of platform that weren't comedies.
Yeah, the
However,
tone of this
are kinda
film is a
funny
bit
now.
of a mess. I'll maybe get onto that once we get to the ending. But it it seems Bava is trying to play this light-hearted, but for me it came across.
There was one shot that the commentary pointed out that there's after someone gets murdered, there's a zoom into the front of the
smiling
the yellow
Jeep.
car,
Yeah.
and it's got a smiley face. It's meant to say, "Don't take this seriously."
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I didn't. I guess I don't. I really don't know.
Aye. For the rest of the film, I didn't take that from it at all. It's way too kind of just dour and earnest kind of.
And I mean, it's quite surprising. It was very surprising for me because there's so many people. There's so many quotes from, like, people who are, like, you know, like, directors, filmmakers, who seem to really love this film. And it kind of, like, and I think that's why probably we're disappointed, because there's a lot of people that did enjoy it and expected to be something. We expected it to be something maybe that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, just going through it, I felt the problem structurally was that we didn't understand the characters' motivations, so therefore it's just kind of random killings. We don't really feel, we're not gripped into the story. We're not rooting for anyone to be able to stay alive or to die. So there's really no suspense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, he puts later on in the film he puts in some flashbacks, so it's give you the exposition.
Yeah,
But for
I
me,
mean,
that's like way too late.
exactly,
Yeah.
and they're so random. Like, I mean,
Aye.
the bit at the very end, I actually thought when that first happened, because of the way it cuts to it, I thought that was a flashback.
Yeah.
Because there's the flashbacks in the film seem to happen when there's two flashbacks when two characters are killed, and it's as it the commentary even says it's like it's them having flashbacks and that as they're killed for what happens in the flashback. You know, what happened in the flashback is what has led them to be murdered. So when at the very end, when you didn't quite know what would happen before it cut to the last scene, it was like I thought that was a flashback, kind of in keeping with those other characters. You know what I mean? But it just confused the hell out of me. It was, as you say, those kind of scenes, like they might have been hit. I don't know how they would have worked at the beginning of the film, but they should have been.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Just
if he'd like cut some of these characters out and just had it a tighter knit group.
Yeah. I think the problem was that the fact that where we were starting from, we weren't led to believe that there was any mystery behind. You know, there wasn't any like kind of hints to me that there had been something going on before this. It was just seemed like this was just where it had started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was some comments later on with that I can't remember his character's name, but the guy that was killing the bugs.
Right.
Like of him about the architect guy coming in and building like, you know, a nightclub and stuff like that. And I mean that kind of hinted at something going on, but hinted. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, there was some interesting shots in the film. I mean, I don't know if we want to go there yet, but one of the first ones I noticed was watching the second time through was that kind of you think it's the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was quite clever. I mean, he does it later on, and it is actually the sun. So I mean,
yeah, there's one when it pulls out into it's an eye.
Aye, yeah, that was the one. It's like you think it's like the sun. It looks, it works quite well. So I mean, it's as you say, it's kind of well shot.
Yeah, well, maybe get into that. Yes and no.
I mean, again, not having anything to compare it with his previous work, it seems okay. You know, again, comparing it to like the later slashers of the, you know, 70s, 80s. It's no worse shot than those, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
that's what I'm comparing it to. But
I just felt he really needs to tighten up that storytelling. I felt like you could follow it the first time, couldn't you?
I followed it, I guess. I mean, you were.
I was
some
lost.
When the teenagers, there's a group of and they're kind of random. They're not connected to anything.
Yeah.
They get murdered. And you weren't sure who killed them at the end.
No, that's.
But no, there was a scene with the architect and the character called Simon.
Yeah.
I wonder why I remember that name. And he was basically saying that he'd done it. That was actually the flashback.
Right.
No, it wasn't a flashback. It wasn't a flashback. See what I mean? It's
I think
like,
it was actually.
No, not when he killed the characters. Because
when you're.
Not when he killed the.
When he remembers it.
Yeah, you're right. That was a flashback.
After he kills that woman, he goes off and he's feeling all sad in it.
Aye, yeah.
We're meant to feel sympathy for this guy who's just hacked up a woman.
I mean, that's another thing. Like, what happened to? Oh no, never mind. I remember that. I was thinking this last night. I was watching it. The guy that was killing the bugs. That had the pet beetles.
Paolo. Is it Paolo?
Paolo, that's the one. And his wife. I was thinking about it. I couldn't remember how she died the first time, and then when it happened, I was like, "Oh, aye, that's how it happened."
Right.
You know. I mean, I guess we're not spoiling anything. Well, we are spoiling anything, but like that's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to? It's just. What did you think? Even the murders, like, you know, do you think they were? Well, it's good. Some of them were.
There was a couple of cool ones, but generally they were pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
I felt.
I mean, I really liked the one where is it Roberto or well, I think it was like an Italian cut. It's called Roberto. I think actually that's the thing. The characters have like they're like completely different names in the Italian cut.
Oh,
so they've got almost as many names as the film. I think the funniest one was there's a character the girl that's in the green who goes skinny dip in the bay.
Aye.
She's called Louise in the Italian cut. Right, Louise, and in the English cut she's called Brunhilda. Brunhilda.
Right.
And she's made out to be a Viking or something. The guy said it's like, I just think what's going on. But some like the the names in Italian weren't the rest of them weren't wacky or anything.
Right.
So I don't know why they had to change them.
Mm-hmm.
I think like the other guy, the main teenager guy, the lead guy that gets speared to the bed with the girl, he was called Luke or something in the Italian cut, and he's called Duke
All right.
in this one. But anyway, sorry. Like I was so when Robert or Bob, whatever he was called in the English cut, gets the cleaver through the face at the door.
Uh-huh.
But that was pretty cool, especially when he's blinking when he's on that.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
quite cool. And there was no kind of messing about with the beheading
Oh,
of
yeah.
the psychic
Yeah, that
woman.
was the other gory one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. If they could have held longer than that, I thought,
Aye.
wasn't he? You know what I mean? It was a good one. I was quite surprised as well because I didn't expect it quite to happen like that.
Aye.
It was just straight off, wasn't it? No messing.
Aye. The thing with those teenagers though, it was like totally unnecessary to the film. They could
Yeah,
have-
it felt like.
I mean,
The commentary said that Bava wasn't like that into like showing screen nudity, but
Right.
it felt like he needed to.
yeah,
Sorry, yeah, it felt like he needed to put something in.
I know.
You know, what I mean, that's the only reason for that to be. I mean, yeah, there's a bit of plot because she finds the guy's body or the body touches her, but there's, I mean,
Yeah, it's basically, I think we just needed to rack up the kill rate and get some gratuitous female nudity in there.
yeah, it felt very very strange. I didn't think she reacted quite like how she should have done when the dead body was there either. She was just kind of like, oh no, he's dead.
Yeah, I mean the film's only 80 minutes long, but could have
Aye.
kind of lost that section.
Yeah,
But ironically, that's the influence of the film is that section basically. So it went on to be the prototype for the slasher film.
definitely. I mean, that is,
Um,
and I mean, to be fair, in a weird way, that's the kind of, you think about like story wise, that's the clearest section of the film. Given like without having the kind of why anyone's killing anyone,
yeah,
right? Because obviously, I mean, we don't have that. But like, we meet these characters, they go and they're breaking into like someone's house, and then they're killed. You know what I mean? So that's, I guess, coming to like the 80s slashers again. That's the kind of most, as you say, that's where it directly pulled from. But that's the simplest and easiest to follow part of the film.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Aye.
All the other stuff seems quite
it's way
twisty and-
convoluted. And,
yeah.
yeah, going up to that section, you're kind of thinking you're used to the slasher. How the slasher movie normally works, and you think that's what the movie's going to be to a certain
Yeah.
extent. Then it just goes kind of off into all these other characters.
Aye, I mean, it really just feels like it was made to have all those twists. And, you know, it was like they didn't have much story. They just thought, wouldn't it be cool if every character killed off every other character?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Until no one was left.
aye,
I mean, I kind of get it in a certain way. Some of it was okay executed, like, you know what I mean? Like, the murders were alright, and you kind of, I got who done it all at the end, but it just was
yeah.
tough. It was tough watching it, I thought. You know, definitely, I'd say like, watching the commentary was the only way I kind of made
Yeah,
complete sense of it.
I think maybe it would have been better if we knew at each point in time who the murderer was.
Yeah.
Obviously, that goes against the slasher convention of the suspense of the killer.
Yeah.
But that way, we would have been more invested in each successive kill.
Yeah.
We kind of would, if he'd settled the motivation, we'd had some investment in the character, and then it would have been, I think, it would have been more cool, like one kills another, and then so on and so on.
To be fair, we did know who the killer was, and everyone except for the teenagers.
Did we?
Yeah, because not to derail your point at all,
Right.
but like the first murder was committed by Donati, the countess's husband, and you see that pretty straight away,
Aye.
right?
Okay.
So it's Simon's murders that we don't actually know who's done it.
Right.
So like,
okay.
he then kills Donati, who we don't see that at that point,
Right.
right? And then later on we see, I'm trying to remember what the next murder was. I think it may be the teenagers. Yeah, so we don't see that, so that's Simon again. Then we see who murders Paolo. Yeah, that's that the daughter of Donati's daughter's husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that go down again?
That's like the most unmemorable murder in the film. He basically just strangles him from behind and grabs the
Oh yeah,
he
yeah,
grabs
yeah.
the telephone cord and pulls that around his neck, and then we see who stabs. Is it
Ventura.
Ventura?
Right.
We see him, even though he's not dead at that point. Yeah. Then
Oh, aye.
we see after we see Simon kill. Once we basically know at that point that that's who's done the teenagers and Donati. We see him kill the guy's secretary.
Yeah.
Can't remember her name either. Just catch his name. Because we see that, and then we see again the redhead, the daughter of Donati's husband, kill Simon, which is one of the most like randomly placed kill scenes ever. But everyone seems to love it. They say saying it's like one of the best because you don't see it coming.
Oh, aye. What is that?
The spear through the belly.
Oh, right, aye.
Like from front, and it's
Aye.
apparently it's quite graphic when you see him squirm a bit. So you see that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think is it Ventura that hacks off her head. I didn't think so, but he's got the axe in his hand. And it's an axe that chops her head off. I guess that could be. Who could that be at that point? Because Simon's dead at that point.
Are you talking about Paolo's wife?
Yes.
Aye.
Is that Ventura?
Is it not the daughter?
Is it?
I can't quite remember.
We never see. So
Right.
then that's another one we never see.
Okay.
So there's really, you know what I mean? We do usually know who's
Alright,
killing.
okay.
But the problem is we don't know why they're doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guess that's the whole slasher thing, but
Mm.
in other films it works. In other films like Halloween, right,
Mhm.
it was put to us that Michael Myers in the first film anyway is reliving his original crime of killing his sister.
Okay.
Right? So he's killing people based on that, right? So you can say that he's mental
Yeah.
and that, you know, he's reliving this crime and he's kind of went catatonic into his own head and that's what he's doing.
Mhm.
Right? And again, in the sequels you find out that Jamie Lee Curtis is meant to be his sister as well, so that's kind of, he's been after her. Friday the 13th, even though you don't know who's the murderer is in the first Friday the 13th, you've seen Friday the 13th?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's good. Isn't it? Even though we don't know who the murderer is at that, we know roughly why they're doing it because you know they've set up the whole Jason thing,
Yeah.
like being drowned in the thing, and the fact that campers were killed
Yeah.
before. So you kind of have that set up, so you kind of know why they're doing it because you know even if you don't know who's doing it yet, you kind of you probably think it is Jason at some point. I'd say during that film or somebody. You never expected it's Mrs. Voorhees, but so and even like Nightmare on Elm Street. You don't quite know why he's doing it at the beginning, but I don't know that again. You know that's more about that's different again because we're not seeing the killer. We see the killer, you know what I mean, and that's just a dream demon type thing.
Aye.
But I think if we'd known why they were doing it more, like if you
Totally,
see if they had that exposition at the beginning of even just it didn't even have to be those flashbacks. We could have seen those flashbacks where they were, but just have someone at the beginning setting it up. You know what I mean? I don't know,
And I mean, it's
just-
not like I don't have a problem with a film that's kind of enigmatic that doesn't give you all the spell out for you. I like a lot of something like that. I love like David Lynch.
But it has
like,
to be. It has to
Yeah,
be really
there's a
cleverly.
difference between going in and doing something intentionally enigmatic or kind of oblique, and then just being kind of enigmatic as a result of bad filmmaking, bad storytelling,
Yeah,
which I
definitely.
feel this is really.
I mean, I really wanted to like it. I think that was the problem. Because it's supposedly the granddaddy of all the slashers. You know what I mean? It is visually, definitely, and there are plot points that are lifted, as I say. But I don't know. Just we both got to the end having no prior knowledge of the film other than the kind of rough synopsis, and I think I wrote down what the fuck,
Yeah.
literally, and I mean and I say that a lot, but this was like a total like, what has just happened, and I mean, do you want to even talk about the ending? Like,
Will we go for the ending now, or will we?
well, I mean, I feel like it kind of prefaces a lot of stuff that happened. Well, there's a few other scenes in it. Well, I think we need to speak about the ending to point out the fact that it was so random, how
Right.
random it really is.
Yeah.
So at the end, like I can't remember his name. What's his name? The Donati's daughter's husband.
Aye.
is caught in Ventura's house.
Uh-huh.
Ventura is not dead, as we kind of guess, since he only gets stabbed in the thigh, and that tends to not kill people, especially when you've got other people having their heads chopped off. And him and Ventura get into a bit of a tussle.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end of it, one character seems to stand up. It's all in shadows. We don't know who it is, and the wife doesn't know who it is. And then it just cuts to, I think his name was it Albert? I think it was just, I remember, because there's a bit where she's looking at the shadow, and she's like, Albert.
Aye.
Albert. And then it cuts to,
okay.
and then she's like, Albert.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's like one of the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the two characters, the husband and wife, standing in front of, or behind the car, and they're burning some papers that was the will of the Countess, which left the bay to Simon, the illegitimate son. Should probably mention that. And basically Albert says, all's well that ends well.
Mm.
And at that point, the camera, does it zoom out or just cut to a wide shot?
Can't remember.
A double-barreled shotgun comes into frame.
Yeah.
Kids' voices are heard to say, Mummy, Daddy. And then 2 shots, and the characters fall dead.
Indeed.
We're then met with one of Bava's favourite techniques, which is the blur to focus. And we see it's the 2 children who were like barely introduced to earlier in the film. Like barely, we saw them at a window of a caravan. I think we saw them again once breaking something in the caravan. And the little girl looks at the little boy and goes, they're good at playing dead, aren't they? Then they run off to play.
And some happy music comes on.
Happy music, and I mean, apparently the original line was, that's what they get for being bad. Well, that'll teach them for being bad or something like that. Which I don't think that works really, because but it's just like, I think I wrote down, they fucking Waynes. Simon's they fucking Waynes.
Yeah, when I watched that the first time, I was like, I couldn't believe it. He'd gone there. Just like completely knocks you sideways.
It wasn't in the original screenplay.
Really?
The guy that wrote, the guy who's uncredited for the screenplay, who wrote the biggest part of it, or a big part of it, said that it wasn't in his original thing.
Right.
But I think they were theorising that is it Sacchetti?
Dardano Sacchetti.
Yeah, Sacchetti. Him and Bava and a couple of people came up with the story for the film. So they're wondering if it was maybe in that,
right,
and not the original screenplay. But it's just.
But watching it again, I actually like the end to a point. I think that's a good end. The fact that the kids kill the parents, that's actually works really well. It's a good shocking moment. But if you cut it there, you get killed. That's quite. That works, but the problem is that massive shift in tone you get, where it goes completely light-hearted, and it's almost a joke. My problem with that is it goes against the tone of the whole rest of the film. Yeah, and I think it's like pulling a fast one on the audience.
It's like the whole it was just a dream. Yeah, that's what it kind of felt like. A little bit. But I kind of get what you're saying with the, it works. And on second view and kind of knowing the story a bit better. Because obviously, like, it's kind of follows that they're all killing each other off to get this inheritance, and it's kind of the same thing they've done. Yeah. But the fact that, I mean, I don't know if it would have worked better if it was them having the children were evil, maybe, or like not evil, but like they were doing it to get their inheritance. If you know what I mean. I don't know if that would have worked. But it's because it's so pointless. Right. You know what I mean?
I think it works as some kind of justice
I guess that they're saying that because like, they're neglecting their children basically to do all this murdering, and it's kind of like come back to bite them in the ass. But I don't know. Yeah,
it's just like, I feel like if you're gonna trick the audience, it really has to be worth it. You need something good there. Where this kind of undercuts the whole film. You've been sitting there trying to figure out this really intricate plot. And then with that last scene, Baba says, like, fuck you, it wasn't even worth it.
Yeah,
it was all a joke, like, which kind of annoys me. It leaves a kind of sour taste in your mouth when, like, filmmakers do that. Because, like, you shouldn't take your audience for granted. Yeah. I
mean, I'm the whole kind of, that it works, it does work sometimes, that in certain films, it works. You know, the whole "it's been a dream"
Yeah.
almost. You know what I mean? That it can work,
Mhm.
but I don't know if it works here. 'Cause
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It is shocking, and I think if they'd just cut it after the cats fall
Yeah.
to the ground, that could
So
have
that
worked.
would have worked with the rest of the film.
I actually thought
tone of
that
the
was
film.
how they're going to do it.
Aye. Yeah, it
Don't know.
really pissed me off. Although, like Joe Dante, I think calls this one of the best endings in the
Yeah.
history of cinema.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many people that love it,
Yeah.
and it. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't see. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't know why. If it's just us being kind of influenced by other stuff, is it a nostalgia thing for them?
Mm.
A lot of people, they were saying that they caught it like at drive-ins and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And I mean, I guess it would have been a kind of got to have a few beers, you know, get kind of drunk and watch it. It might be quite fun to watch. I don't know if it works now. You know what I mean? And as you say, it's not even fun to watch from an exploitation.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's not that. I mean, again, this was on the final 39
Yeah.
video nasties list. I mean, Evil Dead has more right to be there than this, and Evil Dead is like, you know what I mean? It's so mainstream now.
Aye.
And I think the most shocking bit, looking back on it on a second viewing, was that I think they said that Bava wasn't keen on impaling the beetle. He was really kind of
right.
he said he didn't sleep the night before he did it. And the squid as well. They weren't wanting to kill the squid.
Right.
I think the guy that plays Simon was really kind of against biting. I don't think they actually did it though.
Right.
But they did impale the beetle, as far as I'm aware. And I mean that was the most kind of the closest it got to exploitation from a kind of like, you know, animal or thing, living creature cruelty. Let's see what else I've kind of wrote down.
Do you want to get into like technique?
Yeah.
Well, one of the problems I had with this was that I felt there was a lot of sort of wonky editing, and I felt a lot of time like Bava came across as being quite an unconfident director. He wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do. He couldn't just pick a shot and stick with it. He was like constantly cutting, moving the camera, like zooming, cutting and zooming at the same time.
Yeah.
There's one scene that was quite prevalent, was the scene near the end where Ventura and his secretary are sitting on the couch. I can't remember if it's a flashback.
Yes.
It sets up. I think it's just quite a nice two shot. But he doesn't seem to have the confidence to stick with that, because he's cutting into faces. He breaks the axis at one point. He's cutting into a face and he zooms in as well. It's just like, if you compare that to like a director like Wells or like Kubrick, sometimes it's the boldest thing is just to do a simple, like do it in one shot, one master, and Bava just kind of came across as like not quite knowing what he wanted to do.
See, again, I come back to the whole Italian cut thing. Do you not think, like, as a filmmaker, that would have been really complicated to do, because you're having to do everything twice where people are talking?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and to me, you would have shot the Italian first.
Right.
Because you'd shoot in your own language, you know what I mean? You're shooting the English for other markets, you know? So, do you think it's maybe... I say I've not seen the Italian version. Do you think it's maybe like sloppier?
Well, that's a good point actually. Maybe.
You know, do you think maybe he's editing and / his actual shooting? Like, he was the cinematographer, so he was having to actually, as well as being director, so he was actually having to shoot those things twice and get them right.
Right, maybe.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try and watch the Italian version just out of interest, but I wonder if it's been like a kind of... Oh, I need to get this. You know, like, I've done it.
Maybe.
I've made the film already, but I need to do that. You know what I mean? I've got the shot.
Yeah.
But I need to do it again, just do it quickly, you know what I mean? Don't know.
But at some points he's been a bit too heavy-handed. There's a scene where Simon is going to kill the secretary, and she's like backed up against the wall, and he sees like a pot of boiling water. He cuts, and it's obviously she's going to throw it in his face, but it cuts to the water and zooms in.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, come on, you can just cut and we get what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't have to fucking shove it in our face. But
I mean, I don't know whether I know I've kind of done the plot already, but should we explain what actually the plot was, or just let people see it if you're going to check it out?
It's almost too complicated.
Yeah, I guess so. Basically, there's characters that want control the bay to build like nightclubs and make it into this kind of leisure park thing, and the Countess doesn't want to give up control of it. She wants it kept its natural beauty and stuff. Basically, they're competing for a room with a view, and there's other characters. So it's basically the Ventura and his secretary conspire with Donati, the Countess's current husband, to murder her, and then they plan to. I think. Well, I don't know if they plan to kill Donati. I think that's Simon, the illegitimate her son, who decides because he's killed her. Because he's that's why he kills the secretary at the end, because he said that it was her that convinced Donati to kill the mother. Fuck.
Basically, every group of characters get a different claim, and they want to knock off all the other opposing claims to get it.
I mean, like, watching it again, the bit at the beginning when the Countess is looking at the window, and we see her looking at the shack, not knowing that was Simon's shack, her illegitimate son. I guess that would have worked. It could have worked okay, but like knowing that the second time, you kind of knew why she was looking at it. At first, it was kind of like you just didn't know what was going on.
Aye.
Maybe that 9 minutes at the fucking beginning with no dialogue could have been better used. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Sorry. Anyway, we'll go back to the kind of technique. Those the zoom blur cuts.
The zooms, I was going to say good and bad.
Aye. I mean, yeah, there's some that work. Like, there's a scene, one that I quite liked personally was when Donati's daughter goes into the bathroom in Ventura's house and finds the teenagers in the bathtub.
Oh, the triples him.
Yeah. I thought that was quite. It worked okay. You know what I mean?
That was no bad.
Yeah. It was quite weird, but it worked okay.
Yeah.
But
there's a few that we talked about earlier with the shots of the sun.
Yeah.
You're zooming out.
Mm-hmm.
But just way too many, man.
Yeah, well, that's
just goes to way too
seems
often.
to be something that he's quite lauded for. Like, you know, like they like that. But
Aye.
I don't know. To me, we were watching it, and I'd say to you, I can't believe he's done that again.
Yeah.
I just loved it. Like, and sometimes it did work.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it when he was doing it after the murders, and then it was like when Simon kills the boy at the door, Robert, with the axe to the face. It cuts to another shot. It zooms in, I think, in blur cuts, and then we see like still his body lying face down this time. And then it's like as if it's the killer's POV again, and he goes and he finds the spear that he's going to kill the next people with, and then it kind of blurs into that, and it kind of goes kind of red, and that kind of works because it's kind of you're seeing it for POV, so you can kind of get that. It's like the rage or the kind of craziness of whoever's doing the murders. That's why it's doing the blurring. You know what I mean? It kind of that would work.
Yeah.
But I think when it's just like kind of shots of scenery and stuff like that, and it does the blur cuts, it's kind of unnecessary.
Yeah. I just want to sort of talk about it as well, just the kind of general use of zooms and like exploitation and horror, because it seems so prevalent. I was trying to kind of look up if there's any kind of technical reason for that, or if it's just a stylistic thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's partly due to reasons of like economy. Like
Definitely,
it's quicker to do a zoom than set up like a tracking shot. Yeah.
And a lot of times, they just wouldn't have the money to do it.
Aye.
I mean, I know that was a case in this. I mean, I don't know if that's why you use so many, but definitely, yeah.
Yeah, because particularly in Italian cinemas, like Argento, Fulci, they all love the zoom.
I mean, it's very. I don't know if it's. I think in some cases it will be budgetary, but I think it is just a style.
Aye.
I mean,
possibly also like the influence of Hitchcock. Hitchcock was obviously he pioneered the dolly zoom,
right?
Like the vertigo shot.
Yeah, the camera moving backwards and the zooming in, or vice versa. Yeah, I really like those shots. And, I mean,
Spielberg used it as well in Jaws. But some of these directors kind of take the art out of it a wee bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's
as a cliche now.
I've never been a big fan of the zoom.
Yeah,
I know in the Beyond, Fulci used it quite a lot, and it worked really well in that. I thought, but again, it really has to be done and sparingly. You know what I mean, and kind of for a purpose. The dolly zoom is a really good use of the zoom because it's such a kind of changes the frame. Completely changes the frame. Whilst the character stays. I really like that kind of thing.
It loses its effect, I think. If you use it too many, like Kubrick in Full Metal Jacket, is an amazing zoom. Like Kubrick when they're going into the sort of blown up sort of section of buildings at the end with the sniper. There's a shot from the sniper's POV, and it zooms into one of the soldiers that gets shot. It's quite a cool shot. Yeah, but it really stands out because he doesn't use the zoom too often.
And I mean that has a kind of a physical explanation why that's happening. You know what I mean? It's like they say with the killers. view, you can kind of buy the zoom because it's them fixing on a point and really, you know, zooming into it, if you know what I mean. And with that, the bullet, you know, in Full Metal Jacket, that works because it's a physical, and it's a kind of, it's a visual story. It's a visual, not even storytelling. It's just visual, getting something across. You know what I mean? It's just, it works really well. But
yeah, so also Bava kind of almost pioneered the subjective camera. Maybe it wasn't the first time it was used, but it was one early use.
POV shots. Yeah. I mean, I think it. I don't know if it was the first one.
And yeah, the commentary track mentions an earlier use.
Yeah. I mean, that's been used again. Like,
that was
I mean,
quite an influential thing.
I mean, like Halloween was, I think, the first big American one that used it. And then obviously, like Friday the 13th used it as well. But
yeah, I mean, Hitchcock was a big fan of subjective camera, but normally with Hitchcock, he knew whose perspective you were looking through.
Yeah.
Whereas the slasher movie took it as being he didn't know who it was.
Yeah, and again, that it worked.
Yeah,
well, but I think it had still to be used sparingly, and I think in this film there was a lot of shots where he was hiding behind trees.
Yeah.
You felt
it's a bit rough. Like, see, in Halloween, was it Steadicam they used?
Yeah, I think that was one of the first uses of Steadicam.
Aye, so a wee bit just before the Steadicam.
Yeah,
and it was like, I think it was handheld.
Yeah,
and it was like really rough.
I think that was a lot to do with budgetary things as well.
Probably,
but I don't know how they had done it.
Aye.
But, if it had been handheld, but.
It's just like, because he's walking so slow, it's all sugary, and it's like, oh, it's a tree. Better watch that tree.
There's a bit as he knocks down the plank pot as well.
Yeah.
But like, he walks right into it.
Like
you see, like you're like, oh, he's gonna walk into that. I think I said like, he's gonna knock that down. So I wanted to maybe talk a wee bit about the actual Blu-ray. What do you think of the picture quality? I thought it was very good actually. Yeah. A lot of. I mean, it looked a lot of shots that I thought were really nice, you know, lighting and stuff like that. I said I don't know about the Italian cut, like how that looks, as I say, but this looked pretty good. The first couple of shots when we see the Countess in her wheelchair, I thought looked kind of waxy at first. I wasn't sure about them. The opening looks good, but I thought those. I was wondering, I was going to say to you, like, I didn't know if there was much DNR, like, you know.
It looked okay to
me. It looked okay later on, but I don't know, for some reason those shots at first, her face looked a little.
But
dropped in detail, you know what I mean? But the rest of it looks fine. I mean, watching it again last night, I mean, there's definitely a nice weak layer of grain on it and stuff like that.
I mean, the picture wasn't pin sharp, but as I said before, it's a low budget horror movie.
There's a lot of shots, I think, there's a couple of shots that were actually not quite in focus.
Right.
I think his focus button was broken for those blur cuts, you know? Wasn't that impressed with the sound. I don't know about you.
The sound was pretty poor.
I know we played about with it a bit. I mean, it's just an English and Italian mono, I believe.
Right.
A 2.0 mono. I've had other Blu-rays that, you know, have been the same, but the dialogue wasn't coming through. The music was okay. And one time one character shouted.
Right.
And it was really loud, remember? Shouted Paul. Or Paolo, whatever. Shouted really loudly. And that came across pretty well, but I thought the rest of it was...
quite hissy.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how much Arrow did to clean it up, if he did anything.
I don't know.
It seems more could have been done.
I didn't really think this Blu-ray had much in the way of extras.
The extras are a wee bit lacking.
Yeah, the commentary was okay. It was quite interesting. The commentary was good. Even the interview with Sacchetti, I mean, I didn't think it was that interesting.
It was quite fairly informative as his career.
It's
a bit dry, maybe.
But not necessarily pertaining to Twitch or Bay of Blood.
There wasn't much that was specifically about the film.
I mean, the two trailers, they've got a trailer for Carnage and Touch of the Death Nerve, both with commentary by Edgar Wright, but I don't know. I like the option to watch those trailers without the commentary, because I was trying to watch the Touch of the Death Nerve one, and like he was talking over it, and it was like, shut up.
Even the Joe Dante interview, like, he doesn't really talk about the film.
More just Bava, you know what I mean? I don't know, do you think it's like, just love Bava? I mean, I haven't seen his other films. Apparently they're really, you know, pretty good as well. You know, they're meant to be quite classy, like Gillo, you know what I mean? Other than that, I don't think there's much else, is there?
Is there an interview with the cinematographer or something like that?
Yeah, there's an interview with Battaglia.
Right.
I didn't think that, again, that was more about just him working over the years with Bava. I didn't think it was much pertaining to Bay of Blood. all in all, probably not the best Blu-ray I've bought from Arrow. Some nice alternative covers. I was kind of disappointed there wasn't a cover with the original title on it,
Okay.
which I don't know if there is one, but they've got the kind of Twitch the Death Nerve cover, which I've got on, but I think it's a Spanish. No, maybe not Spanish, maybe French. I don't know, what does that say? Yeah, that's
Yeah, it looks French. Un grand
Yeah.
film.
yeah. So I mean, it's nice artwork and things like that, but I'd like to had the original title and stuff on, but hey ho. So I think that's about it with the Blu-ray. See, might see it on eBay at some point soon. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
Go-
need to just break down the censorship
Yeah, we'll go
history.
to the censorship stuff.
So the film was originally sent to the BBFC in 1972 for a UK release, and the film was actually banned outright.
Just,
Which
I mean,
is
that's crazy when you see some of the stuff that was even released, even cut.
yeah,
It's just
it's fairly shocking. I mean, if you compare
maybe
it to
maybe
What?
maybe it was banned because it was a bit shite.
maybe. But if you look at some early 70s was a pretty tumultuous time. A lot of really controversial works were coming through the BBFC at that time. Like you had Ken Russell's The Devils, Clockwork Orange, Straw Dogs, Last House on the Left was banned as well. I can sort of see how they could ban Last House on the Left.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a. I mean I've watched that and I found it quite. What's the word? It was kind of hard to watch a wee
Yeah.
bit because it's very kind of real. If you know
I
what
can
I mean.
understand that to an extent how they would ban that, but compared with that, this is like so tame.
It really is. I mean,
unreal.
it's not any. It's no in no way worse than like something like Tenebrae.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Which is like
I know.
really isn't shouldn't even be there either. But
yeah. It's just for me. The only two troublesome things I would think would be the two gore shots, the visceral gore.
yeah, and I mean I don't know how they would have felt, but the beetle being impaled. I don't know how. I know
Yeah.
it's maybe different with animal cruelty, but like
I don't know, how seriously we take
Yeah.
that. Although, was it not the case that it wasn't actually impaled? It was just
they
the wing
were
or
saying
something?
that it looked like it was maybe to the side a
Okay,
bit,
right,
but
right.
even so, it's
Yeah.
still it was definitely pinned there somehow. You know what I mean?
Maybe. So it's quite unbelievable. Maybe it just get caught up in the kind of frenzy of that time.
Yeah, I mean, in the
Um,
States, I think it was marketed by that company who owned The Last House on the Left as the second film to be rated V for violence, which is a strange rating in itself, but this movie contains violence.
Yeah. So it was originally banned theatrically. Then in 1983, it was released on VHS by Hokushin. And
By who?
Hokushin,
Oh, a cushion?
I believe,
Sorry.
yes.
Aye.
And then
Oh, cushion.
it was put on the Video Nazis list in March 1984. Possibly due to the kind of the cover art, like a big machete,
Yeah.
a beheaded, decapitated head, I should say, and a squid.
Is that one there? Sorry.
Yeah, it's the
Bloodbath one.
yeah.
I mean, I think that's why it was put on
Well,
the
that
list.
was one of the reasons. Because obviously, like, the covers were the main way the distributors could market their videos
Yeah.
in those days. So they went for all these kind of really shocking, the most shocking covers. But then that was kind of their downfall, because that was the first ones that the DPP would like. All right, I'm definitely taking that.
Really, that's
Aye.
great. I mean, that's just bizarre, isn't
Aye.
it? I mean, you know, to not even watch the film and
Yeah,
base it on that, and then say, well, like
Yeah.
you can be released, but just change the cover.
aye,
You're giving them the option, even. You know what I mean?
aye. I think they did watch some of them.
Aye. You think we have no confirmation of that, people.
Yeah, but some of the things that get mixed up in that rush was pretty
Yeah.
insane.
So it was then re-released in '94.
Yes, there was a Redemption VHS and a DVD from 2000 film 2000 and
Right.
the year 2000, and that had 7 cuts totaling 43 seconds. So probably the gore scenes, I
yeah.
would think, as well. And then in 2010, it's finally released uncut by Arrow.
On DVD and Blu-ray. It's passed as an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even that, I don't know if it really warrants an 18. Do you?
It seems like a low end of the 18. Obviously, I think strong gory violence is not something the BBFC permits at 15.
Right.
So it's maybe just
Yeah, those maybe those two shots, and maybe that the spearing of the Simon character. Maybe.
But it seems so tame today. Okay, so Simon, any final thoughts on Bay of Blood?
It's worth a watch if you've heard anything about it. It is worth seeing, and if you've listened to this, then maybe your expectations will be lowered a wee bit, and it may be a bit more enjoyable. For us, our expectations I think were pretty high, and maybe that's why it didn't pay off for us. If you're gonna check it out, I definitely suggest getting the Arrow Blu-ray or DVD because it has a commentary on it, and that definitely gives you a bit more insight into what's going on. I can't vouch for the Town Cut, but I know I'm going to watch it just out of interest to see if it does make any more sense that way. So that might be an option for you to check out if you can get a hold of that on the internet or anything like that. Not my favourite of the films we've looked at so far. Probably not in the future either. What about yourself? Any final thoughts?
Basically, I couldn't really recommend this film. It's a severely flawed piece of work, in my opinion. I think it's maybe sort of a curiosity for its subsequent influence on the slasher genre.
Definitely.
That's really the only thing. I don't think you would really want to watch this film on its own merits.
Nah. Again, saying that, there are so many people that respected film directors that do love it. So maybe there's something we're missing.
Possibly, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I think it's worth a check out if you're remotely interested in it, but don't go in expecting the kind of high levels that it seems to be. The comments it seems to be getting from a lot of people that it's so good, and it might be enjoyable.
Okay, so that rounds up our conversation on Bay of Blood, and now we're going to get into the section we like to call random shit. Where we just discuss Blu-ray news, any DVD pickups, and general stuff.
So you picked up anything interesting?
I've got a few things, yes, this week. The first one is a Blu-ray of L'Âge d'Or and Un Chien Andalou, the two works of surrealism,
right?
Directed by Luis Buñuel and Salvador Dali.
Oh yeah.
Famous. Well, Un Chien Andalou is famous for the scene of an eyeball getting slit open.
Oh really?
Yeah.
A human eyeball or?
Probably not human.
Right, but it's meant to be.
I haven't watched this yet, but it's a nice Blu-ray DVD combo released by BFI.
BFI.
Yeah. Also has a 99-minute documentary on Buñuel as well. So looking forward to getting into that. And I actually got this for free.
What?
Is that good? Yeah.
That's a good price.
I got it just for a resubscribe to Sight and Sound magazine for the next year, and you get a free Blu-ray if you subscribe.
How much is it to subscribe?
It's like £30 or something.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
So can't complain about free shit.
Yeah. What was that magazine? Sorry, Sight and Sound.
Yeah. Next one is the new box set of the Vomit Gore trilogy by Lucifer Valentine.
I know you've got this on DVD already, haven't
I
you?
had the DVDs, yeah.
This Blu-ray?
No,
just
all these films are shot in video.
Sure,
so,
right, yeah. So,
this just came out on the Earth Films a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't sure if I was going to pick this up because I already had the DVDs.
Yeah.
But I had a bonus disc with some extra features and a new short film from Lucifer Valentine.
I'll just say, sorry. I'll probably try and put some of these pictures of these pickups, stuff that up in the blog, just for people to see, so that if they're listening to the pod, they can maybe check out the stuff as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, on you go.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard of these films, it's basically pretty much the extreme as it gets in the sort of world of narrative cinema. It's the story of a runaway prostitute who sells her soul to the devil. And it's the genre of vomit gore created by the director Lucifer Valentine, combining visceral gore with vomiting. So these are films that it's on the schedule that we're going to come to fairly soon, I think. And
I've got to say, I'm a little apprehensive. You're very excited.
I was
apprehensive about about Island of Death,
Right,
so I'm still open.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what you think of these because I don't know anyone else who's seen them.
You don't know, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah,
So
I'm
I
definitely
mean,
up
you've
for
seen the guinea pigs, so it's like
Yeah.
maybe one notch above the guinea
Right.
pig movies.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd take that. I've only seen Guinea Pig
Right,
1, but
okay.
I think the second one's pretty good. And yeah, you said that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a nice box set.
Yeah.
So it is. More special features and things on it.
It's a few more things, yeah.
than on your DVDs
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had before. Cool.
And the last thing I got was Blue Velvet on
Blu-ray.
DVD.
Oh, is it DVD?
Yeah, I already had this, but I bought this version, which was released by Sanctuary Visual Entertainment, because as a documentary, it's exclusive to this
Sure.
release. So I'm just trying to complete my David Lynch collection.
Do you have the Blu-ray?
I don't have the Blu-ray
No,
yet.
see,
I'm going to pick it up
I'm-
soon.
Yeah, I want to pick that. I've not actually seen the film,
Yeah.
but I've heard it's very. Was it a precursor to like something like Twin Peaks? Was it before Twin Peaks?
Yes.
Yeah,
before
it's
Twin Peaks,
and it's Kyle MacLachlan in it as well, isn't it? I
Yeah.
really liked him in Twin
amazing
Peaks, so-
film. So I'm just trying to get all the releases to get all the
Yeah.
different extras
Uh-huh.
and stuff.
Aye.
The Blu-ray is definitely one that's on near the top of my list to pick
Yeah.
up.
That's cool.
So, segueing into a piece of Blu-ray news this week.
Got you.
There's a new David Lynch box set due
Blu-
to be released.
DVD, Blu-ray,
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray, right?
Yes, in the UK in June from
Got you.
Universal.
Uh-huh.
And it's got 5 films: Eraserhead, Dune, Fire Walk with Me, Lost Highway, and Wild at Heart.
Right, I saw Fire Walk With Me was coming out in Blu-ray, but
Right.
that's a Twin Peaks movie for anyone that doesn't know. But that sounds pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't Eraserhead. I didn't think that would be coming out in Blu-ray. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So it's been a wee bit of sort of complaining on the Blu-ray boards. Like, there's no new extras, it seems, on any of this stuff.
Ah, right.
It's all just rehashing stuff that's already been released.
Are the films remastered? Like restored transfers? Or?
It's not quite clear. Lost Highway and Firewalk with Me have had Blu-rays in France from MK2, so it's probably going to be the same masters, I would think, that Universal licensed. June has already been released. I don't know if that'll get a new transfer. Eraserhead, I've heard, is going to be the HD master from the DVD from 2001.
Right.
But I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's what I've heard. It's also got, I didn't mention, it's Blue Velvet's in the set.
Oh, really? Right.
But the problem with Blue Velvet is, in the US when it just came out, had 50 minutes of deleted scenes that had just been found and put into that David Lynch had went through himself, which he thought had been lost, but they were just recently found. But the UK Blu-ray isn't going to have them because Universal have said, all right, we don't want to license that stuff for MGM, which is a pain in the ass. So I might, some of these films, I'm not that keen in June. I don't really like Firewalk with Me that much either.
I've not seen it yet.
So I might pick up some of them just individually. They're getting released individually as well as a box
I mean,
set.
I'm glad they're getting released individually, but I
Aye.
agree with what you're saying. Probably not something I'd be rushing out to get the whole box set, but
Wild at Heart already had a Blu-ray release. So good to see more Lynch and
Yeah.
Blu-ray anyway.
yeah.
So got the see how they turn out, what the transfers are like. I might pick that up.
Well, for my pickups, I'll start with the worst of the bunch. I think I spoke last time about getting the Hitchcock DVD box set. Now, I've told you this already, but turns out that about 5 of the films are cropped pretty badly.
Was it actually 5?
I think there's 4 or 5 of the
Right.
films, including The Birds, Marnie, Topaz, I think Torn Curtains in that as well, are cropped from a 185 intended or
Right.
original aspect ratio
And a scan.
to a 4:3, which
Right.
kind of gutted me because it's released by Universal UK, and it was released by Universal in the States, and they've got original aspect ratios and everything, and I think they've got slightly newer prints on the Marnie and things.
Right.
So that'll be definitely
Right.
headed to eBay at some point. So if someone wants to pick up a bargain, give me a shout.
Aye.
So that was a bit disappointing. I was quite disappointed with that. I also got, actually through the post today, Labyrinth on Blu-ray.
All right.
It's a film like my dad used to love it, and watched a lot when I was a kid. But I checked out the like, Blu-ray was going for like £6, £5 or something. No, yeah, something like that. And I checked out on Blu-ray.com, and it said it had I gave it 4 out of 5 for picture and stuff. It said it was like really surprising how good it looked. So I thought it was worth a revisit. It's got a few nice special feature things on it. Able to see David Bowie's crotch in high definition. I think it's
Yeah, I
quite,
remember loving that when I was a
historical.
kid, but I haven't seen it in probably like
Yeah, well,
25 years or something.
yeah,
Maybe
I'm
not
the same.
25.
Like, it's been a long time. It's got Jennifer Connelly in it as well as
Alright.
the main character. But it's kind of, it's quite a dark Jim Henson film.
Right.
You know what I mean, for his kind of stuff. But I'll be quite interested to check it out again and see what the Blu-ray's like. I also got, which I'm really, this is the best thing I've got. I can't remember. It might have other things that I've got since we last spoke, but this is my favourite one, and it is
Oh yes.
the Taxi Driver US Blu-ray. Now I already have this in UK Blu-ray, but we got kind of suckered with rubbishy packaging. Same Blu-ray and print and everything like that, but the US one has some nice kind of lenticular packaging. Some nice art cards, cinema. What are they called? Hall cards.
Lobby cards.
Lobby cards.
Yeah.
That's the one. See, it's just a much nicer.
Fuck me, man. That's
package.
awesome. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Go
It's
the way
just-
of that.
I know
It's
it's in a nice raised
Yeah.
text in the front. I said to Julie, I says that's like if you're blind and stuff, you could be able to read that neighbour. And she says, if you're blind, would you buy buying a Blu-ray? I says, oh, some of them have got like hard for hearing subtitles and things or audio description for you. But yeah, that's like, I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I like any Blu-ray that doesn't have the ubiquitous Blu-ray
Oh,
blue
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
which always annoys me
Mhm.
because the artwork is not. Oh, a lot of the time the blue kind of contrasts with the
aye.
the artwork.
I like the
the
kinda-
colours in the artwork.
The
It's
Master
like-
Cinema thing and some of the criterions
Yeah,
with the clear box. It's
Yeah.
really nice. It still says Blu-ray, but it's it's not overpowering.
Aye.
I actually felt the HD DVD packaging with the red was nicer with
Okay.
some artwork.
Right,
You know what
aye.
I mean? It wasn't as kind of contrasting as you say. But that's kind of my prized possession for that since we last spoke. It's
Yep.
pretty nice.
Jealous of that, man. Jealous.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else I got. I meant to mention I got Fargo a wee while ago. I don't know if I
Okay.
mentioned that. I got that. Just it's kind of basic DVD. Blu-ray. A few special features on it, but nothing major. The print's meant to be pretty nice. So, I think that's it for
Aye.
my pickups. I've bought some more stuff, but it's not here yet.
Okay.
Bought a few things, but I'll leave that for next time.
Right.
I've got Batman Begins in Blu-ray.
Okay.
I've had it in HD DVD before. Got
Right.
it in Blu-ray. Just wanted it in 24 frames.
Mhm.
um,
What was HD DVD?
it was, but like I've got the Xbox expansion drive,
Right.
which gives me an HD DVD player, and it doesn't play in 24
Oh,
frames.
okay.
There's no
Right,
option
right,
to change it, which kind of sucks. I was quite happy with my HD DVD collection until I kind of got a TV that could do the 24 frames, and it's like I definitely noticed the difference.
Okay. Right.
You can definitely see a judder, and like especially in like long panning shots.
Okay.
When it's up to I think it ups it to 30 like
Oh,
frames
right.
per second. Does it 60 hertz, which is 30 frames, which that's a big jump from the 24. So that's pretty nice. But I think that's a bit for my pickups.
Yeah.
I've got a few items in news.
Okay.
Coming back to our hopefully future sponsor, Arrow. I know they've been releasing these limited editions, or they're calling limited edition Blu-rays with the slip covers.
Mhm.
They're starting to do unlimited versions which don't have the slip covers and have only 2 panels of art instead of
Right.
4,
Mhm.
and no poster and things like that inside. But they've kind of announced that the newer releases of these limited editions are going to be limited to 2,000 copies.
Right.
I don't know how it's going to work with older stuff, because I know like they're talking about Caligula going out of print, but you can still buy it even from their website.
Right. Okay.
You know, the limited edition one.
Can you? Right.
So that's kind of, it's good to know that we kind of know where they're standing with how many copies they're going to do and stuff like that. The kind of thing that's kind of throwing me for a loop is the next piece of news is that they're doing these the unlimited editions. They've actually got a picture on their forum of The House by the Cemetery, and they're
Yeah,
releasing
I've
it
seen that. Yeah.
in dual format,
Mhm.
Blu-ray and DVD, and I mean that looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of I was kind of shocked at the fact that they're doing the
right.
dual
Okay.
formats, because it kind of leaves you in a puzzle of what to get with some things.
Mhm.
You know, because it'd be quite nice. The dual formats are quite nice pickup. You know what I mean?
Right.
To me, it looks like the artwork's been expanded in the front cover as
Okay.
well. But I don't know, what's your opinion on the dual formats? Do you think?
I get.
Just adding some more value to it. Do you think?
Yeah, I guess it's a good thing. It'll encourage more people to probably switch to Blu-ray if they haven't already done so.
Mhm.
Even if they know they can have the Blu-ray there in the future. If they
Yes, it's
really
kind of
buy-
for them. It'll be a packaging cut down as well, because you can just
Yeah.
you just release that, and then it's like
Aye.
the one price, and
Um,
people don't have they don't have to produce boxes or an artwork for the DVD version if they've got the dual format. But I don't know, it took me a bit surprised. I know they'd said that they were going to do that, but I
Right.
didn't know quite what they meant.
aye.
But
It's I'll probably with House by the Cemetery I'll just go for the limited edition.
yeah,
I think
I've pre-ordered
aye.
the limited, because I've got that for the last two, City of Limited and the Beyond. But I just thought it was a really interesting kind of tidbit. As I say, it looks kind of a bit classier
Maybe
than the unlimited ones were going to look, because of that. I don't know, that the silver bar of dual
Yeah.
format like that. I don't know.
although that will come off though, will it not?
Oh, aye.
Aye, so
Yeah,
sticking
yeah,
into it. So
But even just when you look at it when you buy it, it's like those Massive Cinema ones.
yeah.
They stood out to me when I first saw them before I knew anything about them,
Aye.
because they had the bar at the top.
Yeah.
And the
See that when I got Touch of Evil, one of the reasons I got just the non-steelbook edition was for that it was nice with the blue and the orange.
yeah, you didn't
But
like.
then the
it
blue
comes
come.
off.
I didn't realise it was a sticker.
Right,
So the
aye,
clear, I
aye.
didn't like the clear case as much.
I mean, I quite like the clear case.
Aye.
I've got the Repo Man one.
Right.
I quite like it.
Okay.
I
I'd
know-
like to
I know-
see just everybody go Criterion's route and just go for your
But proper pack.
Yeah, it's like I just
kinda
a
I mean,
full
that
size.
Taxi Driver's very
yeah.
Criterion-esque, isn't it? Aye, I know what you're saying.
No reference to Blu-ray really in terms of the actual case.
Yeah, I mean, usually, how do the Criterions work out with the? I know like the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas has like a big sticker on the front that says it's in Blu-ray.
Aye.
How does that come off, or do you see
Well,
that
it's
on?
just they all have like cellophane. It's on the cellophane.
Oh, so it's only on the
They never put that on the
right,
actual
I
box.
thought it was on the box.
Right,
That's
right.
good. So that kind of bugs me
Right,
when you
aye.
put them on the box. But cool. I think that's it for news. I know that wasn't much news in it. The problem with this at the moment, because we're a wee bit in front with shows, some news will be kind of
Right.
out of date. So we're kind of
maybe.
holding back. Just once we get more up to date with shows coming out,
Aye.
like closer to when we record them, we'll probably get some more current news.
Right.
Even like just films that are coming out, whatever. You know what I mean? 'Cause there's some things you want to say. Like I know we spoke about talking about the Oscars
Aye.
a week ago, but it was kind of relevant because we were out of date.
Mhm.
I think that's all I
Aye.
really want to talk about.
Only other thing, have you noticed Arrow's doing these bundles now?
Yeah,
Like,
and I
like
did
5
notice
for
that.
50.
That was actually an alright deal.
Aye.
The 5 Blu-rays for £50, because I think they were doing a couple other bundles, but there was like one that was £80 for so many.
Aye.
But I think a lot of people requested that, and that's pretty good because like a lot of the Blu-rays are £10 now,
Yeah.
or under £10, but there's a lot of them that are still like 16, 15, 16. So you're gonna save a couple of quid. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's a pretty good deal. If I had a spare £50,
I
I would go there.
I know. There's
can't
a
really-
couple ones I want to pick up.
Aye.
I'd quite like to pick up Maniac Cop and Frankenhooker.
Right.
But I don't even know if the list kind of implied that it was only unlimited editions.
Oh, aye.
I might be wrong, but it said it didn't include limited editions or something like that.
Oh, aye.
But then the ones that, and it said didn't include limited editions and pre-orders, but the ones that are already out aren't technically classed as limited editions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because they're not really they're probably been over and above their 2000.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how it works, but there is a list of them on the website, on the Arrow's website. But it's still a pretty good deal either way.
Disney have come out with their annual 2-for-1 Blu-ray
I
sale.
did see that, yeah. Again, I was kind of tempted by that. I'd quite like to pick up Dumbo and maybe Lion King.
Right.
Quite fancy those two, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably pick up a couple. Maybe go for Beauty and the Beast.
That's definitely worth picking up.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the film.
Yeah,
but
but
it's going back in the vault at the end of next month, I
really,
believe.
right.
So probably pick that up.
Yeah.
I might also get Princess and the Frog, maybe.
Right.
Quite like that one.
Is it out in a diamond edition or no?
No,
It's just
no,
a
yeah.
special edition.
Do you partake in the Disney movie rewards as well? That's quite good.
No.
You get like 150 points for every Blu-ray.
Oh,
Then
really?
you can get like save a lot and get a free one.
Right. How many
So,
points is it to get a
I
free
think
one?
it's like around 800, 700 for a DVD.
That's pretty good.
I got Robin Hood on DVD for free
Uh-huh.
a while back, and I've got about 450 points at the moment, so almost a free Blu-ray.
That's pretty good.
Aye.
That's a really good idea.
Mhm.
I didn't know about that. No.
Yeah,
I wanted to check that out. And so you just like have to. What do you do? You have to.
just go in and register, and then you just type in the codes
Uh huh.
you get in each release.
Right. Aye.
Aye.
Well, that's a good idea.
So that's about all I've got for this week, Simon.
Yeah, me too. So, Gary, any ideas what you want to talk about next time? What film we could look at?
Sure. Yeah, next time I thought we could talk about the film Gummo, directed by Hamri Kareen.
Got you.
Just to break out the horror. We've been doing three horror movies,
yeah,
and also
mhm.
do something a bit different within our
Remit.
mandates. Yes. This film, directed by Kareen, who is the screenwriter of the film Kids, is about a little American town where a hurricane destroys or kills off all the parents, and the kids run amok.
Got you.
Up to some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So it's an odd little movie, one of my favourites. So
Yep, I'm definitely interested in
to cover
seeing
this
it.
one.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so that's us for this time on Cinema Subculture. Thanks for listening, and
Keep it extreme.